I don't get it, because clearly they've shown through skill that they deserve to be here routinely.
And I think they've beaten every single team in Europe that's established here. I don't have the stats right away, but I would reckon that they have taken Fozy and Godly, sets off of them, and also off of Acno and Blaze. So really fantastic team here going up against Kresuu and Blue. But Blue and Kresuu, I think, let's see, they 3-1'd Ted and Knees to make it to this point. And Ted and Knees are growing to be a fan favorite in Europe. So that was a pretty good win for them here. So let's see how this plays out against Delta and TM in the moment, because Kresuu is getting edge guarded pretty handedly by Spear, and that was a cool recovery into the downstick, but still really good start for the double Bryn team here for TM and Delta.
Yeah, I mean, geez, double Bryn. It takes me back.
Yeah,
it takes me back.
I mean, EU is kind of going back to their roots here with it's just kind of like, well, we pick our Axe Legend, and then you go Spear or Lance. And that's like really it. And then because we don't have Daiku, we don't have Jalo. Otherwise, that would be the other Axe Legend, I guess. It's like, theoretically, Axe and Sword are the best twos weapons, but free defense, oh no.
Oof.
We don't get it. Blue and Kresuu, it's an interesting game state. I think that in moments like this, even though the stock leads in favor of red team, it's absolutely in blue team's favor, because Kresuu could go down at any second, and that could just be the stock there. D-Light Cider doesn't knock out just yet, but that weapon throw forces him to basically take more time than he would like to get back, and a quick following dare coming out from Delta is the stock, and this is really them doing that tried and true strategy of, you know what, I think Kresuu's a vulnerable target here, let's get rid of all of his stocks and then focus on blue later because he's the tougher opponent.
Yeah, I mean, Delta especially has been having the easiest time dealing with Kresuu, and we're seeing why this double Bryn team has been a staple in Brawlhalla 2v2s for literal years, right? Like, they're giving us a pretty textbook example of what this team can do.
Nice side stick from Kresuu. Doesn't get a knockout from it. Delta just covers that dodge in. Oh, and then the nair from Blue to interrupt, but he still gets hit, and the gravity cancels side stick, charges a little bit in the air, and you see that dominating thing coming out for. This could be. I think that's 6 knockouts for Delta, or 5. Sorry, 5. That's the 5th one. So Delta's just on a roll. Yeah, this is destruction. This is. We're going to need to see something different happen going into game number 2, because Kresuu got destroyed.
Yeah, no, I mean,
okay,
got one. Apparently that wasn't enough, but you know, maybe like a down air here. They're not even going to go for it. Delta's just putting on too much pressure. And Blue, you know, going to try to ride it out. I mean, decently healthy right now. It's possible.
I can confidently say that I don't think it's possible against Delta and TM, but let's see. I could see TM's second stock going away.
Oh, wait, maybe if the edge guard was gotten there, I'd have a little bit more hope. I always believe in Bow Ground Pound, and so I'm like,
yeah. Oh, but Delta's so good. He's so good. That's crazy. That weapon throw was purely that time he failed to react to it, but like Delta's so good. Yeah. All right. So that was destruction coming out from Delta. All 6 knockouts were in Delta's favor. I mean, TM played really hot too, but really, like Delta kind of just like let TM play against Blue off the side of the stage, waited for TM's second stock to go away, and then obliterated him. It was like hit, weapon throw, double D-Light recovery. It's like, I could have done this the whole time. I just wanted to give my teammate some time to fight you. That's the level of confidence that it felt like.
It felt like he was like sitting in the stands in like a tournament of power, and it was just like watching everyone else go at it and said, when it's my time, I'll hop in, I guess. Like, really had an easy time closing that game out. And it was like pretty, I don't want to say standard Spear play, but like very annoying Spear play, because there's a thing where you get hit by Spear Neutralite, and then you know they're going to weapon throw at you, and you don't.
Well, you might know. Sometimes they might Neutralite 4 more times.
That is true.
And that's part of the annoying Spear play flowchart.
It's like,
I feel like,
do I get jab, jab, jab? Or do I get weapon throwed? I don't want to get hit by the weapon throw. Maybe I'll spot dodge. If I get spot dodge, I'm going to get blooded for the spot dodge. So then you jump, and then he comes with the D-Light, and then you get doubled.
And if you and even worse, if you dodge up, then it's just you get double D-Lighted, and then you're just done for. We're nearing 20XX. There are 3 Bryns on the screen.
Yes.
Soon there will be 4, because Blue goes down really fast, and TM and Delta are just hunting Kresuu stock down there. And Kresuu charging a Haymaker makes me go, all right, what are we thinking here? Because Kresuu switched off of the Olgrim onto the Bryn to try and match the pressure that Delta and TM are putting out there. And Kresuu gets stuffed recovery over the stage, spiked to the left, and TM and Delta are not even letting Blue touch the stage.
Yeah, Blue wanted to get a reversal there and couldn't find it.
Okay, I like that. Not going to knock out just yet, but a good spacing there on the charge on that neutral signature.
Oof, okay, jab,
Okay,
down
is just
sig.
he's 1v2ing while Delta comes back.
You know what?
Oh,
With the way they've been playing, why not?
Yeah. TM and Delta, super strong lead so far. Balls in the air, ends up catching it with that, and then Neutralite, enough force to knock out Delta's first stock. So we're not going to be seeing him dominating this game, but TM, it's his turn, apparently, to get all the knockouts into this game. The D-Light doesn't get quite enough height, or the Neutralite, rather, to be able to get the D-Light follow-up, but they're still doing fine. Look at Delta, just laddering Blue up on his last stock here. Kresuu, even though he's had more presence in terms of stock duration this game, I'd say he has less presence in terms of helping out his teammate get anything done. This has been very dominant.
Yeah, no, I've been looking at TM intently, kind of seeing what's going on. There was a good period in that last stock where he was just fighting unarmed the entire time. I mean,
he's still fighting unarmed and getting knockouts with it. Blue fighting off stage. Delta was so close to being able to follow up with that D-Light. And if you get that dash forward down light off the side of the stage like that, and you get the double, you can just straight up carry people off the side of the stage.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Oh, man. And now, I mean, we're looking at what's going to be a very tough set for Blue.
Oh, that downer was so sick. Delta's so good. He dodged back to the stage. He did a pivot, fast fall, axe dare. You get the landing animation of the dare. You get the back swing that reaches further behind you. And if you get the tail end of that, that combos into certain moves that normally you couldn't do, like down light or side light. And he goes in for a jumping dare afterwards to get an even bigger follow-up. Blue goes down. Delta goes down right afterwards. That's another 3-stock. TM's breakdancing on the other side of the stage. 722 damage from TM. That's why I said it was TM's turn to show off that game, because they are just destroying their opponents so far.
Yeah, no, this has been yeah, destruction's a good term for that. It has not been close. Clearly, TM and Delta are just on a different level right now. I mean, we're watching Blue and Kresuu try their absolute hardest. But I mean, the stats speak for themselves. 356. Not loving that in comparison to the other side. You know, it's like it's not comparable. It's not comparable.
It's not. And Blue and Kresuu are bringing out something that's completely different to try and combat what they are losing to, because games 1 and game 2 went from bad to worst. So now we've got the Hattori from Blue, the Val from Kresuu. Okay. This is what they're going to do now that their backs are against the wall against this double Bryn force that is TM and Delta. And I mean, at this point, TM and Delta have not even had to play as a team, even though I know they can, because they are just stomping on them individually so hard. It's one of those things where I'm like, this, and that's why when I was looking at these top 4 teams, the Pavelski, XJ, Cool J upset over Heisen and Simple is such a big deal to me, because I really do feel like there's a huge gap between the top 4 in EU and everybody else, and we're seeing that here. So let's see if Kresuu and Blue with this change could do anything about it. But like they're all right, edge guard opportunity here. TM's so good at following up, though, and Delta goes down. A falling dare could come there afterwards. Blue goes right off stage, and he has to dodge through that ground pound, and if Blue keeps fighting off stage like that, TM and Delta will welcome it. Blue goes down. Kresuu tries to go down to save him. I mean, TM's already dominating in this game. Neutral light chase dodge, ground pound comes through the ground pound from Delta into the recovery from TM, means that Kresu's already in orange of the second stock, and he does sweep the stage, gets the shutdown, but I mean, it might be too little too late, Flambeau.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, this has been so tough to watch for the red team as they're trying to claw their way back into this. We're going to see if the legend swaps make enough of a difference. But, I mean, at this point, Blue has 1 stock left and has been getting annihilated on the side. I would stop playing off stage if I was Blue. If I'm going to keep it a buck, bro, I'm not trying to be over there.
I mean, at this point, I think Blue is just kind of hoping that something goes his way off stage, because they're so behind now. He's going to go after TM there almost for sure. TM goes in for the recovery. Doesn't get the fast fall, so the stair doesn't connect. And Delta goes off of this edge guard here. He's been way more successful. Side light, nair, gravity cancel, D-light. TM takes to the skies, but Blue could go down in a moment's notice here. And they're ladder comboing Kresuu in the meanwhile while he's making it back to stage.
And Blue's, you know, slowing down on throwing out hitboxes because he's 1 combo away from losing the stock. And the raw signature from Bryn's going to do it. Kresuu, you know, pretty much at this point just biding his time, and that's going to be the set. Delta and TM with a commanding 3-0 victory.
Yeah, that was a 2-minute win. Sub 400 damage for both Blue and Kresuu. I mean, you put their damage done together, and you get one player. It's like 523 damage. Yeah, that's how much they
It's
did.
actually less than one player.
Oh yeah, it's true. That's literally one less than TM did that entire game, right? So that is just destruction.